Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a yoga blog. So what we're going to cover today is basically what exactly is a yoga blog with a few examples, how to pick a niche, and why you need to niche down. Next, we are going to get web hosting, something that you need so that your website can be seen on the internet, and how you can get a domain name for free for the first year. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We're going to install both a free and premium WordPress theme. After that, we're going to make some changes so that your website can be seen around the world. And then we're actually going to look at how to start writing. After that, we're going to talk about some ways that you can make money with your blog, why you need to share your content on social media in the very beginning, and about how many blog posts you need to write. Be sure to check out the first 3 links in the description, as I'll be referring to those links throughout the duration of this video. So exactly what is a yoga blog? A yoga blog is simply a blog where you answer questions with regard to the yoga niche. There are people of varying skill levels that have questions about yoga, and you're simply going to help them out. Now, when you're first getting started and you don't really have any domain authority, no one knows about your website, you need to pick a niche and niche down. Here's an example of a yoga blog that does a pretty good job of helping people out with yoga. For example, badyogi.com, you can go here and check it out for yourself, but they do a pretty good job of helping people get started with yoga. So if we click on this, you can see they have different challenges, they have different poses, and you can do this too because people are wanting to learn and know more information about yoga. Now, in the very beginning, I recommend that you pick a yoga sub-niche. For example, there are various types of different yoga forms and yoga poses that you can create content about. For example, you could talk about Bikram yoga instead of just yoga. What I want to do is I want to show you the difference in picking a niche and niching down. For example, if we just type in yoga, it's going to be incredibly competitive. Now, this is the keyword difficulty between 0 and 100. 93 means it's really difficult. When we look at the matching terms, you're going to see there are millions of monthly searches, but all of the keywords are pretty difficult with the exception of near me. You probably don't want to create content on that near me. What you can do is you can actually niche down to something like Bikram yoga, and you're going to see it's going to be less competitive. So right now it's 93. If we change this to Bikram yoga, it's down to 43, which means it's significantly less difficult. And you could even create content within different Bikram yoga opportunities. So as you can see, there are 116,000 monthly searches and over 12,000 keywords. So that's what I refer to when I say pick a niche and niche down. Yoga is going to be your niche. You're going to niche down and talk about Bikram yoga, and then you're going to create content, maybe Bikram yoga sequences, and you're going to help solve problems that way. If we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is to get web hosting. In order for your website to be seen on the internet, you need to work with a web hosting provider. Now, the first link in the description is the best beginner-friendly web hosting provider. They're going to help you get everything set up. And so in order to have your website on the internet, you need to rent hard drive space, which is called a server, from that web hosting provider. So when you click that first link in the description, they're actually going to set up the web hosting for you, and they're going to give you a domain name for free for the first year. For example, this is the domain name badyogi.com, and that's simply how people are going to refer to your website. And what we're going to do right now is I'm actually going to walk you through step by step how to set up web hosting and domain name with the first link in the description. It only takes about 10 minutes, but it is really helpful. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it. because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them. And then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've installed WordPress, we've installed a free WordPress theme. I'm going to show you how to install a premium one in just a second, and why you should install a premium theme. After that, we've made some changes so that you can start getting traffic. Now, what you have on your website right now is a free basic theme. It has no additional features or functionality. It looks pretty bland and pretty boring. If we take a look at this website right here, this is a premium WordPress theme. You see how it looks more inviting, and it's more congruent with yoga and the calmness that yoga brings. You want to go out and get yourself a premium theme just like that. And when you click the second link in the description, it'll actually take you over to this website where you can get premium WordPress themes. And what you can do is you can type in yoga and hit enter, and you can find WordPress themes that are in line with yoga or whatever your niche is. And so as you can see here, it says yoga WordPress theme. That they range from maybe $19 all the way up to $99. Find one that you like. You're simply going to click on this and add it to the cart. You're going to purchase and then download a zip file. Once you download that zip file, you're going to unpack that zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. You're going to take that second zip file and you are going to upload it into your WordPress website. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. To do that, you're going to click on your WordPress website. You're going to go to Appearance and click on Themes. When you click on Themes, you're going to click on Add New. And then when you click on Add New, you're going to click on Upload Theme. You're simply going to drag and drop that second zip file right here, or you can manually find it by clicking Choose File. Regardless of the method that you choose, you're going to click on Install Now and then Activate. Once you do that, you're going to have a brand new looking WordPress website. If we jump back over to our slide deck here, the next step is to start writing. Now, I normally get 3 questions when it comes to starting a new website. How do I start writing? How long should my blog post be? And how many blog posts should I submit? And I'm going to go ahead and take care of the first 2 right now. To start writing, you're going to click on Post, and then you're going to click on Add New. And then we're going to grab keywords that we found in the previous step. For example, Pure Bikram Yoga. We'll copy this, and we're going to go back over to our WordPress website, and we're going to paste this in. The reason why we're doing it this way is we want to optimize our blog posts for search engine discovery. This is called search engine optimization. And so what we're going to do is the first half is for the search engine. The second half is for the human reader, the human element. And so we're just going to say everything you need to know. Okay, and so now that we have an idea of how to start writing, we need to figure out how long our blog post should be. And to do that, I'm going to copy our keyword again, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to paste it in right here. And what we're going to do is we want to take a look at blog posts that are talking about Pure Bikram Yoga. Maybe we could open up, maybe this one right here. Maybe this isn't a great example, but let's open up this one right here. And so if we wanted to write about Pure Bikram Yoga, we could go through and basically just do a quick word count. Now this looks like probably less than 500 words. So if we right click and do word counter, 300 words. So what you could do is you could write maybe a 1,000-word blog post talking about Pure Bikram Yoga. And to do that, I like to take about 10 or 15 minutes to brainstorm about my topic before I start writing. And to brainstorm, I'll just simply do 6 writing prompts. I'll do who, what, when, where, why, and how. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask myself questions with regard to Pure Bikram Yoga and these writing prompts. You could say, who is Pure Bikram? And when you're doing this, you don't necessarily have to worry about spelling. It's more important that you get your ideas down on paper, and you can always fix your spelling later. Who is Bikram for yoga for? Let's say, what is Pure Bikram Yoga exactly? And then again, you're just going to take about 10 or 15 minutes and really brainstorm and get down as many ideas as possible. At the end of the 10 or 15 minutes, you are going to delete the ones that don't make any sense and keep the ones that do. The ones that you keep, you're going to turn these into H2s, and you're simply going to answer the question. You're going to say, Pure Bikram Yoga is for, people who are very flexible, or whatever the answer is. So you're simply just going to go through and you're going to answer the questions that you've asked yourself in the early stages. Once you're done, you're going to click publish, and then your blog post is going to be available for the world to see, hear, read, and react to. And the next step is to figure out how you can make money with this website, and there are a number of ways. One of the ways that you can make money is simply to run paid ads. Now, on the right-hand side here, this is a paid ad. This is an ad here in the middle, and what happens is, if me as a customer or a reader, if I click on this right here, this website gets paid because it's a paid ad. And you can get started as a beginner. You can get started with Google AdSense. It's a really good introductory ad network. They'll actually set everything up for you. What you'll do is you'll go through this process of getting started, and you'll connect your website, and they'll actually place ads right on your website automatically. The only downside to Google AdSense is you will not make a lot of money in the very beginning. Once you start making significant traffic, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 page views per month, you can work with other ad networks like Mediavine, AdThrive. There's a bunch of premium ad networks out there that will help you make even more money. Another way that you can make money is simply with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, you are recommending or selling other people's products and services. And the way that it works is, let's say you are talking about pure Bikram yoga. And what you could do is you could recommend different yoga mats and yoga balls, and maybe even a course on Bikram yoga that you have used and you prefer. And with affiliate marketing, you just go out and find different companies that have affiliate programs, and you'll apply. And once you're accepted, you can get affiliate links, and you'll put them right in your videos. Now, if you put them right in your blog post. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, I do have a free course. That is the third link in the description. Next, you want to make sure that you share your content on social media. And the reason why you want to share your content on social media in the very beginning is because you will not be getting any organic traffic. But the key to sharing your content on social media is to share it in relevant social media platforms. You want to go out and find different social media outlets like Facebook groups, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, where people are already talking about or interested in yoga. It would not be helpful for you at all if you shared your content about Bikram yoga on a Facebook group that's interested in NBA basketball. So you want to make sure that you are sharing it where it is congruent and where people are already interested. And then the final question that I get is about how many blog posts should I write before I determine if my website's a success or failure. Now, this is just a personal opinion, but I think that you should write 50 blog posts before making a decision one way or another. Now, I think 50 is a good number because you are going to get better at writing. You're going to figure out keyword research better. You're going to figure out exactly what your customers want, and you're going to get much better at it. Also, you're going to have 50 opportunities for your blog post to show up in Google and the various search engines, and so I think that's a really good idea. Now, be sure to check out the 3 links in the description, as they will help you get up and running fast. The first link is for web hosting, the second link is for a premium WordPress theme, and the third link is for a free affiliate marketing course. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.